Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Zuko Had Starving Venom Fusion Dragon's Powers? Or should I say, what if this. Or what if Zuko had Supreme King's powers, should I say? Because he has. So about that thing. I did take my spelling. Sorry about that. Okay, so some of you players of Yu-Gi-Oh, like you dual logs, or you might like this. So it's basically that. So let's begin with Zuko being born, or before Zuko was born. His parents in this What If has a test to create multiple dragons thing from the holograms. They exceed, but one of the things infected Inko, but it doesn't affect her. But her child, Zuko Midoriya, his body got transformed from being a little toddler thing to a dragon. Yeah. So now after Zuko was born, after he was born without a quirk, of course, because he looked like a plant dragon, aka Venom Fusion Dragon, in his younger form. And yes, I know that, but trust me. And so he was growing up on the sidewalks because his parents didn't want him. And you all are probably asking, why is he? Well, I'm also throwing in Zumi, her, in it. So, yeah. And they only got rid of him because they didn't want to deal with some experiments. And yeah. Or should I recalibrate? One of these plants actually bit in. So yeah. Zuko was growing up in the forest thing, or sidewalks. So he knows around this city. He flies around the entire city, and no one even knows that because they're all afraid of, or they know that only people that have mutation quirks would be like pro heroes and people with mutation in their blood. So, yeah. But that was just so weird. Having to see some dragon like that flying around without any wings. So, yeah. They called the pro heroes, or actually, the government wanted to get rid of that creature. So that to kill it off, to make sure there's nothing spawns. So, yeah. But All for One saw a news feed and it was grinning. Like he knows that something's going on with it. So, yeah. Then he went and hides from the pro heroes that are trying to kill him off. And he noticed there was plans forming around him, like what you see on your screen. But they went and did the cocoon of plants instead of cocoon of darkness. So he is hidden near his human form. Hold on. Sorry about that. My nose was running. So the Zuko was basically turned into a human because his body went through this evolution. And yeah. But he still has, like, those wings on his back. Okay? So that's why I was trying to mimic more of those. So, yeah. Then there was a old man comes. And he had an he was born as a dragon called Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. And he was old, so he's like, young man, guess your parents did that to you too. So, yeah, their own. So, the guy, he says, well, looks like you have been turned into that too, right? Yes, but I am gonna give you this. My time ran out. As he gives, or he basically used, or actually the old man went and gave him the clear wing. So it's like fusion. So now his body became from being or actually he doesn't feel anything until he transforms into this later on. So yeah. He still has those. So yeah. He flies around, or no, he walks around And from after he was born and all the way to 15, yeah, a lot has happened. Then he became or like, he goes to a pro hero thing. Yeah. And no one even recognizes him. So, except for a specific guy, or not specific guy, I meant the one with, like, looks like that, but more a humanoid, like what Zuko is. So, yeah, he became he got 100% on that, and Robots one, he did awesome. Like, he broke a world record 52 million times. That's higher than All Might's. Or, like, plus All Might's equals, like, or times, like, 5 million. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm skipping the ball throw and the heroes versus villains. And yeah. But one of the people, when he went back to his cave, someone else was there. A very mysterious guy. We all know him as XYZ Dragon thing. I forget how to pronounce his name, so he comes, and yeah, Zuko and him, or like, him and Zuko were, he decides, okay, I want you to absorb my, that's what the dark chaos thing, or XYZ, oh, Dragon said to Zuko. So, he did. And now he has his regular form, his, like, or like, he is upgraded form, like, aka his fused form with Synchro Dragon and XYZ Dragon. And that, the basic ones. So, yeah. Zuko also gained, like, powers that are crazier. Like, yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to. I'll just use this. So, yeah. He's slowly going into, like, that. He just needs. Or, that's what I was referring to. So, yeah. Then he just needs that because he already has the fusion dragon, or he is born as a fusion dragon. He has clear wing And that. So yeah, he just needs pendulum on dragon. Odd eyes pendulum dragon. So yeah. And he got that after 2 days. Or yeah, second day of the academy. As his body's like, okay, what the heck's going on? As after he absorbed the third one, he became that. The ultimate dragon. Or Super King Zark. So, yeah, he still has his normal abilities. He's still in control. So, yeah. And during the USJ thing, the Zuko used his plants to save Mr. Ozawa and the students from being like doing all that stuff. As he turns around and to fly out of there, but the Nomu caught him, like holds him up by his neck. Yeah. Zuko says, I don't want to do this. And I must. As he activates his, or he went to his normal form. And wait, hold on. He went to that as he roars right at the Nomu. Yeah. He basically used his attack, and he actually killed everybody. Like, kind of like what that one scene. So, yeah. And he converted back before everyone notices. So, yeah. Then, as All Might shows up and he puts his wings near, or his predator plants things near his body, as he says, as he was walking straight out, all shook up. So, yeah. As he tells them that I don't want to go back in there. As Eraserhead looks at them, like, yeah, Pro Hero shows up. They comprehend the rest of the remaining villains, and my phone almost turned off. So yeah. So he basically was the only one that he tried to fight back. And he says, or he apologizes to Mr. Ozawa for or it. I tried to run, but the Nomu grabbed me by my throat and holded me up. So, yeah. And Racerhead says you were trying to fly away from. Yeah, but then I had my freak out. Oh, and my power activated. Or my quirk activated and it mutated me. Or, like, yeah. So, then it wasn't lying, so All Might says, no need to fear, Zuko. Whoever that Nomu creature or whoever that creature was, is probably dead, is dead. As he says, huh. But now at Villain's base, All for One's grinning from ear to ear because he wants that power for himself. Of the 4 legendary dragons, as Bakugo, or not Bakugo, the doctor tells Zuko that, no, doctor told All for One that boy doesn't have a quirk, but he might have those 4 dragons. Huh. Well, because he knows that story of the dragons, 4 dragons that could be, or he heard about the Super King in Dark Dragon, or Super King Dragon. I'll just say that. So, yeah. All for One wants his power. There's a scale. Well, just picture a scale of pro heroes and then All for One. So, pro heroes wanted to kill off the dragon again, and for the not return of those old legendary thing. But at the same time, the All for One wants to steal its powers. So yeah, I'm skipping the sports festival because he actually has One for All, or All Might gave One for All to Zuko. And, or no, yeah. I'm trying to think. When I go quiet, it's because I'm thinking. So, All Might gives One for All to Zumi. Because if I gave it to Zuko, you know that fusion... Forget their name. Parasite? Fusion Parasite? Yeah. But Zuko doesn't, like... have that darkness. He has more of the more or of the kindness. So yeah. Then yeah. Zuko is basically, I'm skipping the sports festival, and so no one went it and asked Zuko if they wanted to go to a mall. If he wanted to go to a mall. There, but they asked Zumi, but not Zuko. As he says, huh, okay. As he goes trains, because an only person that really noticed that Zuko, who is like down, is actually him. Because as of that. So he starts training and then alone. And yeah, and where the dragon was at was actually right next to the pussycat things, like Zuku's home. So, and I see it on the minimap. Sure. Oh, that's where that dragon is at, right next to the pussycats area. As the Eraserhead and everyone and like, wait, so you know where it is? Of course. He and I spend quality time out there with him. And he's just, and I'm heading to there anyway, so I'll have fun with that. So he goes to the camp, or actually, one of the pussycats actually knows that he's coming, so by himself, everybody's like, that would be like tomorrow thing. So he says, get my training in. So yeah, Zuko starts training harder and harder. He does like a same, like, he does the same moves as his dragon form. Yeah. He basically, he also shoots fire from his mouth. And he starts training harder and harder, like faster and faster. Plus, he as and plus sometimes he goes over and visits with himself. Well, as yeah, he or better not show tell the all for one fight. So yeah, Zuko starts training harder, and he did that brave test. Yeah. The He actually communicates with plants and yeah, all that stuff. So and one of the pussycats actually says, "Huh, you are a dragon anyway, so why are you here? You should be hiding from us." True, but let me tell you, I'm really not the like dragon that everyone talks about because one, I am not like the psycho murderer or any. So yeah, he does like, or actually the old man from before. He actually told Zuko about his power he can take from others and turn them into powers. Basically, like if I had that power and if I was in My Hero Academia, I would take example that invisible girls is quirk or like copy it and yeah and turn it into a power. He can also do it in from like graveyards. He can open a portal. He can grab a quirk that's dead quirks, and he can use it on anyone else. So yeah, they focused on that, and he trained with his new form. I also have a mutation quirk, so yeah. The So hope you don't mind. We don't mind. As he transforms into this, or first this, then into this, then into this. Yeah, he basically, and when he got through to this, yeah, he didn't lose control. He's like, huh, nothing special about this dragon. So yeah, they're like, whoa, so you have the Supreme King Dragon. Dang, I can't believe you're actually the legendary. Huh. Yeah. And, of course, Zuko would rather stay in his human form. That's what he says. I would rather stay in my human form. And, yeah. So, sorry, I'm trying to think, but my. So, yeah. Zuko, after everyone got there and the or the villains came and like da 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 all that stuff and Zuko got kidnapped and yeah, then they broke out and yeah, As Kirigiri knows, he says, "Watch out, Toga." He is called, or his dragon name is called Venom Fusion Dragon. It's the most deadliest one of them all. As Zuko transforms into that. And yeah, but small size, or big size, as he roars. And yeah, plants came out of nowhere and starts attacking the the villains, and everyone got teleported, and yeah. As All Might and All for One had their show up, and yeah. And Zumi told Inko to watch the news if necessary, okay? Okay. Actually, I had it backwards. Inko told Zumi to watch the news. Breaking news, the All Might against All for One. And this student from UA is as All Might got knocked out, as Zuko likes him as a person. So when seeing him getting knocked out, really triggered him. So yeah, he actually went from being he went all the way through and he went to Supreme King and Dragon. So yeah. And he says, "Stay away from my friend." As sky turned that color. As he says that, as he picks up All Might's unconscious body and sets him off to his side, as he says, "Now you're really starting to tick me off." As he was looking at All for One when he turned back. Yeah. As he looks at him viciously, like, "Gonna tear you up," kind. So he did, by using his own plant things to hold All for One in place. As he starts powering up, and that's what and Supreme King Dragon did. Instead of aiming towards like where cities or like buildings are at, he like turns his head down and then did it all the way to like, as he basically killed All for One. And clean as a whistle thing. So there was nothing left of All for One. As everyone sees, as he gets up, as he roars at the sky, as he lands and he transforms back into the human, as he's like, "All right." As he looks at them, And he tells them that you have your own first dragon, and it actually has multiple dragons. So yeah, he haven't seen one that does what Zuko just did. So yeah, everybody's like watching and they see or they have the same expression as Ochako has. They couldn't believe that their own friend or classmate, should I say, just classmate, he was the Supreme King Dragon. So yeah, the next day, eh, everyone is like, heck, when Zuko, like, even entering that front door, news reporters are saying, how does it feel to be the super king dragon? And, like, he's like, okay. Yeah. As he transforms into his more, like, transforms into his base form. Yeah, he basically jumped all the way, or like flew all the way to the gates. Yeah, he basically transforms back as, yeah, everybody's, heck, even students are like saying, dude, that was awesome. And yeah, some of them are like, how did you acquire all four dragons and become a Super Saiyan? Or become like a Super Dragon or Super King Dragon? That Class B and Class A are like asking him those bunch of questions that is giving him a bad headache. As he says, all right, for you all to know, I was born as one of those dragons. Starving starving venom fusion dragon I was born as. So, yeah. And let's get to class before a teacher yells at us for absolutely no reason. Agree. As everyone's like is pumped up because they wanted to test how strong Supreme King and Dragon is. As, yeah, Almain shows up, as he says, young Midoriya, or young Zuko, or should I say, this young Super King Dragon, or Supreme King Dragon. I know that in the past, before, when you made your first appearance, we all wanted to end up killing you. As, yeah. As Bakugo is like, has now more respects for Zuko than anyone else. So, yeah. I'm skipping the dodgeball and the, or actually, during the overhaul fight thing, the Zuko literally, you wouldn't know a Supreme King pops out of nowhere if you see purple, like, lightning bolts comes around. So yeah, his popularity went through the roof. Pedia now knows him. The heroes know him. Villains even know him. And yeah, he's more popular than anyone that's in the entire world. And yeah, Sashi was as like, as Inko saw her son on the news, she couldn't believe that her own son, the one that she abandoned, was the most popular or popular kid in the entire world. So yeah. And who's the one that's trying to date him? Is Ochako and Momo and the white haired girl. I can't even pronounce her name. Ringo or Rinko. Yeah, good. Yeah, I can't even say that name. So, yeah, she and like everybody else, all the girls wanted to date him because that's how popular he is. And yeah, sorry, trying to find the picture of a specific girl. Heck, Lady Nagan and the whatever her name is on top. And Jun, that her literally when he, as he says, I'm gonna go back to my cave area. So yeah, they all like, and he also he also told them about his or he told All Might that he can bring her that brings his master's quirk to back to life. As All Might is like surprised about hearing that. About using someone else's quirk and into powers. Yeah. And I'm turning or like he's strong. Like he can also do that stuff. So yeah. Now after the overhaul fight thing before, he actually beats Overhaul real fast. He became a Supreme King against his. Yeah. And he transforms back into his base form and flies around this time everyone knows it's Zuko flying around. So, yeah. Or he flew all the way to back to his cave. And yeah. And Inko, or no, not Inko. Sashi walks over to the cave. And yeah, he's fell asleep. Yeah. So Sashi walks in, but first he had to knock on a wall. As he gets up, like, he says, okay, if you're a news reporter, please get out of here, okay? As he says, or as Sashi says, no, I'm a pro hero. Fire breath, but you might call me Dan because let me tell you something. As he says, what do you mean? Well, we were trying to get rid of you because your we don't want to end up getting suspicious things. But now you see, or now you didn't cause any trouble, so yeah. So it's good to want you back. As he says, okay. No argument from me. As yeah, he basically went to like as yeah, he basically did some stupid stuff. Of like sorry. The I'm trying to think, but that's okay. And so between Ochako and of course actually Ochako and the class 1B student who didn't her and her, all three of them, went and asked Zuko to go on a marriage thing. As, yeah, this is just for dumb fun, so yeah. And, yeah, the duologues might not know who My Hero Academia is. He's probably making custom cards right now, or custom card reviews, or playing that Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels right now. So, better I'll be hurry. So, yeah. And so, and thanks to the duologues and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Art 5, I'm glad that we actually seen a Supreme King one. So, yeah. Now, and I'm doing a time skip thing, so I'm just talking like a weird person. So, but now that weirdness is over, so Ochako and those two girls, that makes three, actually got married to him. As, yeah, who's the one that had to, like, yeah, so, he was so embarrassed to talk to girls, and them asking him out on a date, that's pretty crazy. Bonkers to everyone. So yeah, Monoma and Human Pikachu, or actually just Monoma, because it was a time skip, so Jiro got married to that human Pikachu. Oh, oh, and the sorry, I'm working my finger. So, and everyone wanted to sit right next to him. Like, they're like, sheesh, just calm down. As his popularity was through the roof. So, yeah, that makes Inko and Nasashi way more popular and proud of their son. Like, they couldn't believe that their son is way famous one. So he's so yeah. As Endeavor's like, huh, you can't believe you actually did join. Okay. As he's training in his dragon form of yeah, like his attack. And as he's training harder and harder, and he is also when he's in his human form, he actually uses that girl's quirk, the one that floats one. And yeah, Bakugo's like is couldn't believe that Zuko got their place on everything, and but he also says, "Huh, okay, I'm not getting mad at that, but that's funny." So yeah, so now the Supreme King Zark tells, or actually, he actually turns into that after Ling. He actually does pretty good on it. So yeah, All Might is like is asking if he wants one for all. So he says, sure, but can I copy it? Like so yeah, because there was only one for all, but Zuko can't copy it. So and he trained hard with it, trained with his body and his mind. So yeah, he spends a lot of time with his family, his friends, his classmates, and like that stuff. So yeah, he became, or his superhero name is Galaxy Dragon. He or super her, yeah, or Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. That's his like name. But he calls himself Zuku Midoriya or Zuku. So yeah, as they're like, that's an interesting name. So now this is the end of the video, and please leave a like, share, subscribe.